Hai.
Very happy you,
Very happy. Excited.
Sukan hoki pula sudah tamat cabaran paling besar buat jurulatih hoki kebangsaan Arul Selvaraj di Piala Dunia di mana Malaysia menamatkan saingan di tempat ke-13.
Dan misi seterusnya buat The Speedy Tigers adalah untuk memenangi emas buat pertama kalinya di pentas Piala Asia bagi menempah slot ke Olimpik Paris 2024. So guys, memandangkan kini kita busy nak prepare untuk ke China. Bagi saingan Piala Asia, kita throwback sedikit pencapaian Speedy Tigers di pentas tersebut. Siapa boleh lupa di Jakarta ketika Malaysia tewas dalam final dramatik bertemu Jepun dan terpaksa akur dengan pingat perak. Masa tu ramai kru Astro menangis di tepi padang ya. Termasuk Akbar Sahari, nampak jemaco tapi dia nangis.
Hafizah Ahmad also.
Hafizah pun sama. Sebelum itu kita juga pernah menang perak pada tahun 2010 di mana kita tewas kepada Pakistan 2-0.
Okay, dan today is a very special day sebab we have the one and only coach Arul Selvaraj untuk membincangkan lanjut mengenai ialah planning menjelang Asian Games. Coach, cabaran yang coach nampak menanti di Sukan Asia nanti.
I think every tournament kita pergi pun ada cabaran.
Ya, betul.
Cabaran berbeza. I think this cabaran will be, of course, kita mempunyai setakat ni, kita mempunyai 8 pemain yang beraksi di Asian Games, last Asian Games. So, of course, kita kena melalui proses to clear their mind. We have done a few things to progress daripada sekarang, tapi belum sampai saat untuk saya press that particular button untuk clear off that. So, masa kita sampai that stage, I will need to do on that part to clear instead of sweeping under the carpet.
Okay.
Kita kena clean up that issue before we move on to the next stage.
You're giving space for the players to unwind lah.
Yeah, especially these 8 players yang in the squad, current squad yang pernah beraksi di sana. Dan juga Kumar as our assistant coach, goalkeepers coach, juga penjaga gol masa tu kan. So it's important kita adakan sesi untuk for them to clear off that from the system.
Okay, question yang rasanya ramai nak tanya tapi I'll do the asking then. Kuhan joining the national team sebagai an additional muscle for us untuk membantu dari segi pukulan sudut penalti. So back in 2018 macam kita share tadi, the heartbreak that the whole country felt ketika tewas kepada Japan, penalty shootout juga. So adakah kehadiran Kuhan ni maybe boleh membantu kita untuk not relive that moment in the Asian Games punya stage?
I think we all know Kuan has been a great player in terms of penalty corner flicks. Dia kan he's been one of the best in the world. But playing and coaching is two different things. Tapi Kuan has come and helped us 1 or 2 sessions and dia bagi information dengan detail. And Kuan being a smart guy, engineer himself, and dia tengok tu he's engineering that pointers, you know. So and of course it'll be great help untuk kita, especially untuk flickers kita untuk datang membantu. Kita tak boleh ubah cara teknik mereka, tapi boleh in terms of analysing opponents punya defensive structure. Kalau kita tengok baru-baru in the World Cup pun, it's not just Malaysia, every team is affected dari segi percentage on scoring. Disebabkan every team is working on strengthening the defensive team. Kita pun, our defensive team is one of the best. I think the last games pun kita punya runners, Amirul, Hamzan, Ramadan dan juga Najib ran very well in stopping 12 penalty corners. So every team is working on the defensive structure as well. So of course now it's a cat and mouse game. Attacking dengan defending is a cat and mouse game sometimes, you know.
True. Coach, when it comes to Asian Games kan, of course now boleh dikatakan cabaran of course comes from Korea because they are really up and coming and also India of course. But India, dia rombak struktur kejurulatihan, Coach. Gregan Reid resigned, assistant also resigned.
The whole group.
So does this give us a better chance to go against India?
I don't know kalau dia bagi us a better chance because sometimes even in football Premier League kita tengok a new coach comes in and suddenly the team just start winning. And then after eventually start dropping again. So you can't say benda ni you tak boleh nak menentukan what's going to happen. Only time will tell. But untuk kita it's good because process continues. Walaupun Piala Dunia pun is a World Cup, but it is still part of the process for the Asian Games. Macam I think the coaching team and the players are fully aware yang Asian Games is still our KPI. So walaupun we were in the World Cup, was still at the back of our mind was Asian Games, you know. So we untuk saya lah, I think my philosophy is always I take care of my own house. I try to clean up my halaman rumah dulu daripada tengok halaman rumah orang lain.
Neighbours, sekarang kita tak nak sibuk neighbours yet.
So just clean up my house, and then daripada World Cup ni, what need to be cleaned up, what need to be added on. So I just focus on what we are in control. I'm not in control of the Indian team or the coaching stuff, but I'm in control in my own team. So I just take care of what is within my control.
Okay, so kita kita letak ke tepi dululah jiran-jiran kita ni, our other housing neighbours ni. In Malaysia itself, how do you find our chances in the Asian Games? Like, let's be realistic, let's be honest. Macam mana coach melihat peluang kita nanti?
Of course, saya balik pun dengan niat saya, my personal goal. My personal goal, of course, I want to take the team to the Olympics. That's what I'm here for. Of course, my personal goal, and which is achievable. Dan kita mempunyai dua peluang. Of course, we are discussing about Asian Games. Peluang pertama is winning the Asian Games, dan peluang kedua adalah qualifying round, Olympic qualification January 2024. So kita ada dua peluang, dan I think setakat ni the last 2 years we've been empowering players, telling them untuk buat decision making, lifestyle, performance, self, team preparation, individual preparation. So a lot of things they are learning away from hockey. It's about lifestyle.
Okay.
Dan juga about food, and macam mana kita makan, bila kita makan, berapa banyak kita makan. So it's the education process. So everything is learning. Players are learning, we are learning, ambil tips here, ambil tips there, outside hockey. So that's what fundamental yang kita nak itu adalah the trust within the team, the family environment, and that's more powerful. Bila kita ada benda ni, the hockey will take care of itself. So that's my principle in my coaching.
That's a way to take care of the house, kan?
Yeah. So we get our wives involved. I mean, the wives are involved. The wives are part of it. I think I've spoken about this, kan? So the players are fully aware now, and they have their own meetings. And even kita dekat World Cup pun, every game we played a different style, dengan different players, starting 11, and the players adapt the system. Dan juga they have their own meetings, and they have their own discussion. So it's powerful. In my opinion, this team will just get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Coach, you know yang coach katakan tadi yang pasal the diet, the food and all that, kan? I remember we highlighted this masa Piala Sultan Azlan Shah, and I think before that pun coach dah terapkan. But that was a couple of months ago, and sekarang untuk ke Sukan Asia would be in September. So don't you think the process will just make them stronger and stronger, and team lain mungkin hard to read how?
That's what I said. Daripada World Cup ni, of course, it's disappointing dari segi position kita. Tapi dari segi, kalau saya tengok secara macro is of course we finished 13. Tapi micronya I break it down into 6 matches for us to win 3 matches, clear the pool stage, and then losing 2 and draw 1 out of 6. Dan 6 games tu saya pecahkan pada quarters, 24 quarters. Dan saya rasa that 2 quarters dengan South Africa, first 2 quarters we didn't perform. The rest of the quarters, I think in my opinion, daripada mata kasar saya, players fought hard and they performed. So that 2 quarters, so I'm not going to focus on the 2 quarters. Of course, kita kena ambil sedikit sebanyak improvement daripada 2 quarters tu, but my focus is more on the 22 quarters that we did well. That's where we're going to grow. Of course, we need to rectify the 2 quarters, but my emphasis, I need to focus on the 80% of what they did well. Because the other biggest fundamental masa World Cup was the belief. Some of the matches in the last quarters, we just told one thing: believe in yourself, believe in your team, and they went and fought hard. An example against New Zealand, against South Africa, I think, that's where the team is growing.
All right, okay, Coach, I apologize if this question might come off as a bit personal, tapi after losing to Spain, I noticed that some of the players that we spoke to actually blame themselves for losing.
That's powerful.
Yes, but I noticed in one of the videos that we have, you had your arm around one of the players' shoulders. I can't remember who. And then you were saying something.
I think that was Spain game. I think.
So nak tahu what exactly yang coach bagi tahu dekat dia sebenarnya. Since coach kata yang now it's all about empowering the players, kan? What exactly did you tell the players after that?
I think after South Africa game was a hard game because kita main pukul 11 tengah hari, was hot. 11 was very hot. Okay, that's one of it. Malam tu I think I had a good chat dengan manager kita, Datuk Minawan, dan juga Marhan as a captain. So 3 of us sat down and we spoke because masa tu apa yang we cakap pun tak masuk dalam kepala players. So we just left it, balik hotel. We spoke to Marhan. I think we won't have a meeting. Malam tu tak ada meeting. We just left it, let the players analyse themselves. Itu message saya. The next day tu we had a meeting, no video. I said there's no point of having videos. Kalau kaki tak gerak, kepala tak gerak, any tactical information is useless. So players spoke. So my message, each player must speak. So I cakap, I'm a person, I tak suka nak sweep under the carpet, speak openly, all of us are men. So every 20 players spoke, then everyone took their responsibility and blamed themselves, not performing. Yeah. So they all took themselves. I said, okay, this is good, this is a good start that everyone know that you tak buat you punya patut. So the next game, we said, the next game, I minimized the team meeting, I reduced the information on hockey, I just said that today punya game, everyone has to just rectify their own performance. Yeah, against Japan. So everyone just rectify their own performance. Don't worry about next person. Just take care of yourself. Just do the basic fundamentals. Dan dari segi tactic, your heart, your mind, but the most important, your kaki kena gerak. So and they did. I think we were still down 2-1 against Japan, and we still came back and won the game 3-2. So I'm glad. Yeah. Because
we're all glad.
the message was kita kena habiskan tournament in a high note. Yeah. Because message saya adalah we are not just playing World Cup, we're going to take that World Cup energy for Asian Games. So kita kena balik daripada World Cup ni dengan kemenangan. So when we travel happily. So kita landing in Malaysia happily. When we start our next first session, we always think of the last game we played in the World Cup, which is a win.
Yes.
So that's energy is important. So it's not just that game, but that game carries you in 2 months after we start training. So.
Coach, one of the, I would say, Asian powerhouse, which kind of shocked the host itself, because India didn't make it to the quarters, but Korea did. And one of the main players is, of course, Jang Jong-hyun, who is back with THT this season in the Liga Hockey Malaysia. Are you going to spy on him? Basically, there's only one player to spy on, but just to see how he does.
Most of the players know him.
Yeah.
I think his strength, his weaknesses. If we can study a bit more, it'll be good. But I think, again, dia ada teammate dia sana juga.
Yeah.
Kita ada Marhan sana, Shallow sana, Faizal sana, Hafizuddin sana. So we can maybe pick up some tips from these players. Dari segi dia punya mentality, dia punya team prep, match prep, during match, you know, whatever mistakes he does, apa dia punya reaction bila dia score, apa dia punya. So we can study on him on that angle, his emotional characters. Yeah.
Okay, Coach. Before the Piala Dunia started, actually kita ada beberapa laporan daripada Kal Yunis di mana kepercayaan diberikan kepada pemain-pemain lebih muda oleh Coach dalam pasukan kebangsaan. So, how I won't ask you to rate them, tapi adakah Coach merasakan bahawa untuk Piala Asia nanti, untuk Asian Games nanti, adakah mereka akan lebih bersedia as compared to when they were given the trust for the World Cup?
I've never picked players based on age. Razi is 35, 36. He's good. Kalau in World Olympics next year, if he's good to play, he's good. I tak pick up players based on age. Same thing bila saya ambil Tengku Astro, he was an unknown player. Just main untuk Liga Kebangsaan, nanti Liga Remaja. And I liked him, I liked his energy, I liked his reaction. I ambil dia. He played in Nations Cup dan juga Azlan Shah Cup. Dan baru-baru ni Irfan. So, I mean, masa lepas National Cup, we had a lot of injuries. So I spoke to Coach Amin, then I panggil dia special training 5 hari with a few more players, and I liked his style. Put him in the training squad. Bila Sharil was injured dekat World Cup, I mean, I was believed in him because bila kita dah percaya kat dia, we have to give him full support. Dan di World Cup pun, beliau masuk keluar atas padang tanpa arahan saya. Substitution is made by themselves. I don't. So that's how I show my trust and belief to them. Then, of course, macam Carl cakap, under me, I think I've given about 7 or 8 players first cap. Then, as I said, we don't have a big pool of players. So my selection, because as a player, I work hard. As a coach, I work hard. So my character, I like players who work hard. So I pick players and work hard, because if you work hard, you're going to continue working, you're going to continue growing. So instead of picking a player who's skillful but lazy, he's not going to grow. So at a high performance, it's hard work and work ethics. So kalau you tengok the way we play now, the forwards work very hard.
They do.
And it's work ethics. So when you have work ethics, my selection is based on work ethics. Hockey becomes number 2. Sometimes I have to do that. But I have to balance it up, make sure I have players who are skillful and players who are hardworking. So that's what we have these core players, which is leadership and general and soldiers. So I always try to have a balance. I cannot have all hardworking players, all skillful players. I must have a balance.
But one thing, Coach, I have to give credit to your players on how they carry themselves actually at the World Cup, especially the post-interviews, win or lose. It's just their confidence, their everything is just.
It's important because I know many times I mention about body language. So I'm very particular in body language. So when I talk to them, I need to look into their eyes. They need to look into me. My head must be high, shoulders must be broad. That's why I educate them. I don't like, I think there was one game which they come down to the halftime with their shoulders drop, and just sometimes I go and punch them to wake them up. I have to, no, I mean punch in a nicer way, not, okay, sorry, sorry. I shouldn't
No, I mean like,
to wake them up, to wake them up. So because I hate people drop their shoulders and drop their head. So I always tell them when you go for a press conference, always
Keep
show
your chin up.
chin up,
Good job, coach. Good
Thank you
job.
so much.
Really paid off.
Yes, thank you so much for teaching them to be that way. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you so much,
that shows
coach.
your confidence.
Yes.
You know, you
Yeah.
walk tall, shows your confidence.
And then your opponents also will takut.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
So I mean, when I lose the game, I'll shake hand with the opponent, shake hand hard, saying that I'll see you again next game. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, coach.
A
All the
pleasure.
best for Asian Games.
thank you, and thank you for the support, Astro. I think Astro is doing well.
Always,
supporting us.
always,
Thank you
will
so
always
much.
be
We will
behind
always support
hockey.
you.
Thank you.
We love hockey. Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
coach.
for having me. Cheers.